everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's Mashy here. So this video is about the character customization inside of Newworld, which is a new MMO which is due to come out on the 28th of September. It's by Amazon Games, so Amazon have now branched out into the gaming universe and they have started with this MMO. So Newworld is both a PvE and PvP focused game, and the backstory that we have is that you are a survivor of a shipwreck and you land on this island called Aeternum, and it's like a foraging adventure of you trying to survive in this new world that you have landed on. The character customization is quite exciting for me because there have been quite a few updates from the first base that I played, and I will go into more detail as the video progresses, but there have been a lot more customization options that have been made available, particularly for those kind of unnatural looks that you might be looking for within the game. So I think that they've taken quite a lot of feedback on board, so that's really exciting news. So let's have a look exactly what's happened. And we're straight into the character customization. So straight away you can see that we have the character customization inside what looks like a ship's hull. You can see the maps and the scrolls and everything in the background, and it really helps set the scene of where we're going to be having our adventure. First of all, you've got your body type, and it's fairly simple, male or female. And then your second option moving down is the different face customizations. So you can see there's lots of different ones, and they focus on various different faces and cultures and things like that. So it's up to you really which one you choose. What I noticed about the faces is you can use them on both body types. So it really is completely up to you how you design your unique character. Skin tones are all natural. So I've gone with the lightest one here because I don't see any daylight, let's face it, so I'm as white as a sheet. Now with the hairstyles, what I noticed about the hairstyles is that they have been improved so much since the last beta that I played, and they have increased the amount of colours that you can choose as well. Initially what I found with the colours is they were very flat, very natural, and they look so much better now. And the details on some of the different hairstyles, such as the cornrows, they really do look authentic compared to some of the other games that I've played, such as the cornrows in World of Warcraft, for example. But they are fairly simple hairstyles. There's nothing wacky, really. Most hairstyles are fairly straight without any kind of fastenings and things like that, apart from basic kind of hair bobbles and things like that. But as you move down the list, you can see that there are some more elaborate ones towards the end. I really do like this one. That was my second favourite, but in the end I went with just the standard down curls. So yeah, looking at the colours, you can see here they have the vibrant green and purple and blue, and then as you move up the list you've got all of the different natural colours. They've actually put quite a lot of effort into the amount of natural colours available, but with me loving fantasy games I decided to go with green. I think everybody knows by now that green is one of my favourite colours. But the blue and the green were not very far behind in terms of my selection. I also really like that inky blue, like kind of blacky blue. It's a really nice shade. In terms of facial hair, if you want to have a beard on a female character, then of course you can. It's completely up to you how you customize your character. With the eyes, I was really impressed with this as well, because you have kind of the more neutral tones that you would expect to find on a real human being, and then you have colors like the purple and the blue, the really, really bright blue, red, and then you have this blind option. And I think you know, the amount of effort that has gone into the blind option, especially, looks very eerie. I think it would make a really great customization for somebody moving forward into the game. So yeah, again, when making my decision, I went with something a little bit different because that's the kind of character I like to create. And then you have your facial features. So these are like freckles and moles and things like that, and birthmarks. So these smudges that look like islands are actually different moles and different effects that you can have on your face. I decided not to go with any kind of birthmark or anything like that, but what I did like is this option here for the scars. So you are a pirate, judging by this character creation, so I wanted to create the effect that I had seen some sort of battle, but it's really up to you how much of the scarring you choose to have. You can only pick one, so you can't have umpteen from the menu, but you can select one, and I thought that slash across the face worked quite well for me. Now, with the tattoos, these are actually quite interesting. There's some very fantasy based ones, or you can just have like a smoky eye. So it's completely up to you if you would like to have it look more like makeup, perhaps with like an eyeshadow, or if you would like to have something more drastic, like a full facial tattoo. But some of them look very tribal, some of them fantasy based, or you can just have none at all. It's you know, it's your character, up to you. I went for something a little bit traditional, kind of like the emo panda eyes, because yeah, I'm an emo panda secretly. But there are so many different options. I was quite impressed with these. It's such a shame really, because when you see my gameplay later on, you actually don't see a lot of my face or my hair, because at the moment I couldn't find an option within the game itself to turn off the helmet. There seems to be an option where you can change the appearance of your helmet at least, but unfortunately when I tried this in the game, I just got a never-ending loading circle, like it wasn't working. I did report it as a bug, so I'm hoping that we'll be able to enjoy the features of our characters a lot more. Now that I've got everything down to a T, I've just gone back to have a look at the facial structures just to see if there was one that better suited the different appearances that I chose, but in the end I just went back to the one that I had, and we're all ready to go. Character name is last. I have seen people with double barrel names, like I could have had Mashy Smashy if I wanted to, but I just decided to go with a singular name. What's really cool about this segment is you actively see your character, you know, zoomed quite in. So all that effort that you have just put into making your character, you see your character straight away getting immersed into the universe. And this is where it all starts to begin. So that's everything, guys. I hope you liked that. For those of you who like to spend a long time in character customization and like to have different sliders and things like that, unfortunately, there isn't a lot here for you. For somebody who, like me, who's a little bit lazy and just wants to get into the game and play, it's spot on just for you. I like the additional colours that they'd added and the different styles, particularly with the hair, the beards, which you will notice that I skipped over, but you guys don't need beards, right? I'm sorry about that. But in terms of the colorization, they have moved from just a traditional look to allowing people to have more of a vibrant look if they choose to. Within the game, it is quite traditional and centered around a very early era. I'm sorry, I'm not really good at history, so I can't pinpoint approximately when it's based. But you'll find that a lot of the game has very neutral tones. You see that in the armor and things like that. It is a very beautiful game, and you will see that as you see some of my gameplay and things like that. But in terms of bright colours, there isn't a lot of that. But there are dye options in the game for armour pieces as well. I hope you liked the video anyway. If you did, would you mind giving us a like please, and subscribe if you would like to see some more videos from me in the future. So thank you very much and have a wonderful week. Goodbye.